A tiny little ferry 50 miles north in Kentucky, or another bridge back down in Memphis. Ferry probably isn't running either, and Memphis is overrun, Kate pointed out. Guess this is it then, Harley answered. Kate glanced behind them at the line of stopped Humvees and cargo trucks. They had enough firepower to take out a small city. She wasn't sure what he was so concerned about. Go, Storm ordered. He went. Kate saw him white-knuckling the steering wheel as they started across the massive steel structure. The water below was a wide, placid swath. She imagined that just a few days ago, boats and barges would have dotted the space. Now it was still. I hate bridges, Harley said finally. Saw one collapse right in front of me once. Bad structural engineering. Almost got me. She watched as sweat trickled from his temple. Well, we made it to Tennessee in one piece, she said, halfway across. Nashville, here we come. They made it as far as Alamo, Tennessee before they encountered any major highway obstruction. It was further than she had expected to make it. Fuck, Harley said, swerving the Humvee sharply to the right. It was evening, and the shadows were lengthening. The highway that they were following had ended abruptly in a huge snarl of tractor-trailer trucks and the occasional mangled car. The Humvee stopped on the off-ramp to the town nearby. Kate looked at the wreckage with dread. There was no way that rubble was completely unoccupied. It made her arm muscles sore just looking at it. Can't go around, Harley said. Storm narrowed his eyes, then opened his door. He stood on the edge of his seat for a better vantage point. Kate could see there was no way around, even from where she sat in the back of the vehicle. Even Humvees couldn't go through guardrails and trees. Red tightened his grip on his rifle, and she swallowed back the nerves that threatened to overwhelm her suddenly. This was no different than the last pileup they had been forced to go through. At least there was a way around this one. Take the exit. Looks like we're going to Alamo, Storm said. I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Harley said. Don't worry. Our last stand is further east, Storm said, with a nod toward Nashville. He was serious. Hell yeah, man. They've got a fucking safari park, Red said, pointing at the sign. Red, I doubt it's open, Kate said dryly. Yeah, would have been cool, though. The small state highway led through nicely maintained clusters of homes and businesses. You could tell that the community cared about upkeep back before the shit hit the fan. I'll bet there's survivors around here. A little place like this probably didn't get hit as hard as others, and it's rural. More guns, more outdoorsmen in general, Red said, nodding. I bet you're right. Let's hope we don't run into any of them, Kate said. They probably don't want us dragging trouble through here. Then I guess we should have left you back at the armory, Red said with a smirk. Funny, she said with a straight face. I'd have said the same thing about you. You are the one that told me to drive under that overpass, and you're the one that made us take that piece of shit van. We'll take this road to Highway 79. From there, it's a relatively straight shot to Nashville. We're going to parallel I-40 on the state highways, Storm said, interrupting their banter. Sounds like a plan, Stan, Red replied irreverently. Red? Storm said with a warning growl. They followed the road toward the small court square, passing fast food joints, little chain grocery stores, and other various businesses. Everything was startlingly clean and tidy for the end of the world. Storm? Something's weird, she said, leaning forward to look out the front windshield, where the lights were illuminating the road ahead. Storm glanced back at her, then around at the little town. His eyes narrowed as he studied the streets. You're right. Where's the damage? The guys seemed more concerned now that she had pointed it out. The impending darkness could have hidden a lot of the evidence of the disaster, but not all. Not all. Stop! Storm shouted as they turned a corner. Ahead a few blocks, the courthouse and surrounding squares suddenly lit up, white and stark in the blinding emergency lights. Large barricades hid most of it from view, but she saw enough. Over the grumble of the Humvee engine, she heard the workings of a generator. A huge, brilliant spotlight suddenly shined down on them.